As we were leaving town, I was in one vehicle, they were in another vehicle. I was going to drop a car off to get some work on. They made it through a stoplight. I got stopped at the stoplight. So as I was at the light, I could see a tractor trailer coming off the interstate, and he didn't realize the stoplight was there. And before he could do anything to really slow down, he hit the back of my vehicle. When I woke up, when I came out of neurological intensive care, I moved into rehab. I was in the hospital for a while. A lot of my internal organs had shut down, so they needed to kind of jumpstart. Everything that was connected to my lower spinal cord was not working. The one thing that really came out of that has had such a profound impact on my life is that as a result of that accident, I became more aware of what people with disabilities deal with every single day of their lives. Their frustration. I understand that frustration. I understand how society has a tendency to think about people with disabilities differently, to lower our expectations of who they are and what they're able to contribute to society. And I think that experience for me became such a driving force into why I do what I do now. We'd spent practically our entire adult life building this show. But I just had this amazing experience with these kids and with these patients, all centered around magic that I loved, that became life-changing for them. I think the biggest challenge that rehab therapists have, whether that's occupational therapists or physical therapists, is keeping their patient motivated throughout the therapeutic process. Integrating magic tricks into that process keeps them motivated. It taps their curiosity, and it uses all of the skills that you want them to use. It's just now purposeful and meaningful for them, because when they're done, they have something they can show somebody. Dido Green, great researcher and friend of mine. They had 25 kids with cerebral palsy come in for this magic camp. They were using their affected arm 24% of the time in activities of daily living. At the end of 2 weeks, 60 hours of intensive magic therapy, they were using their affected arm 95% of the time. 6 months later, they were still using it 87% of the time. That's a dramatic change in the life of a child.
Watching Kevin work with these individuals, it gave me a greater appreciation for the art that I love so much. And I believe he's been instrumental in helping all of us recognize the power of magic to reach people who are often marginalized and really improve the quality of their lives.
Magic can be so much more than entertainment, and Kevin Spencer is taking it further than many people thought it could go. Kevin left behind a successful career as an illusionist to use his talents to make a difference in the lives of people with disabilities.
We look at magic and we have this idea that magic is something different, something less than. It's not. Magic is nothing more than learning a series of steps that need to be sequenced in the right order, and developing the dexterity to be able to execute those moves while integrating communication and social skills. It's not a magic trick until you show it to somebody and they go, "How did you do that?" Everything changes in that moment. That's a magic trick. So when you are giving that to whether that's a grandfather or a grandmother who's had a stroke, or an adolescent with autism, or a child with Down syndrome, you teach them that magic trick and they work on it and they work on it and they work on it, and then they show it to somebody. That's magic. I mean, that's magic.